who would like to tell me what happened last week and why Goffy is currently in the process of being resurrected?
Okay.
Oh, we haven't done that yet?
So,
No,
who would like to
no,
tell
it
me what
happened.
happened last week, Fred?
Okay. So we were in the Rune Forge. We were experimenting with the Rune Forge. We put a piece of glass in it from I think what was that region? What was that hallway? It was the
Pride?
Pride, yes,
Pride.
was the glass
Pride.
wing.
Then we were like, let's try it out, and then vomited after touching his dagger that was in the Rune Forge, and I picked it out, and I said, we should probably get the final component to this, and then went to the talk to Miro, aka I fucking hate her, don't like her, and she said, hey, you want this thing? You gotta.
Do the
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah, exactly. Do nasty with me, and then we're like, I don't know, and then Goffy because she got fucking zapped by Karzug's pool. It's like AK she got like a lot
Brain
less
damage is the
wisdom.
word you're looking for.
I wouldn't say brain damage, but okay. But it's like I'll do it, and then and Fred's like, yeah, don't do that, and then he says I want to do it, and then Miro's like, you know what? Shut the fuck up, Fred. Let me do it. And I didn't like it, and then I got angry, and I think,
You got the component you were looking for, but Goffy sadly death my snoo snoo.
Yes, and we went out of the room forge, got the keys for it, importantly enough, and then went to Magnamar. A lot of Fred memorabilia for some reason, and we resurrected Goffy, and she feels better, but she now knows she went down and dirty with the demon.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start this story with Yuzjin, who is waking up from a possibly self-induced alcoholic coma. As for why he wasn't here last week, he wakes up to the feeling of being patted in the head by a floating kitty, who says to him, "Face, my slave is awake. It is wonderful." As you see
Good
Fireball
morning,
hovering in front of you.
Mr. Snowball. How you doing, buddy?
It's Fireball. You will treat me as such, slave.
Treat you like a fireball? You want me to throw
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay. He grabs the cat and fucking tosses it.
Whee! And the cat flies over to the large cathedral of Sarenrae, where you see Gothy walking out fit as a fucking fiddle.
Hey, Gothy.
Oh,
Fred
why are
is
we here?
nearby.
To bring me back.
Why do my
Again.
pockets feel light?
Reasons.
The cat lands on Gothy's head and immediately snuggles into her hair.
After,
Alright, and pets.
Cat
Yeah,
enjoys
Fireball.
pets.
Mhm.
Good
so
slave.
you tell me Yushin can feel like at least one scroll missing from his big bag of loot.
Yes, your remove curse scroll is missing, and you're also down a 5th level spell slot currently.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't remember what I had prepared. Hold on.
I figure what's it called? Does the party just want to sleep in Magnemar to refresh everything?
I can do that.
Yeah, that might be a good
Alright,
idea.
cool. I'll give you that one for free. Everybody sleeps, refreshes spells.
Wait, is Beth and Lucretia with us and Lasagna?
Yes. So currently the party consists of Fred, Gothy, Vass is off taking a piss, Beth, Lasagna, Fireball, and the goblins have just run off somewhere.
The goblin.
Being goblins.
Are they really goblins at this point, though?
I mean, rats with the minds of goblins.
They went to go.
But yes, the party's friends are with them. Beth is currently in your bag of holding.
Alright, I'll pull her out.
You pull one Beth out of your inventory. She's now in your hands. Looks at you kind of confused. Fred?
I'll place her down. Say, hey, do you wanna not come with us to the Room Forge?
I'm
Because
happy you rescued me from the Rune Forge. Where's here?
we're in Magnamar.
Magnamar, that's in Varsnia, right?
Bingo. And you are in Varsnia.
I mean, I was hoping to examine more of the Rune Forge, but I suppose it's a lot safer for me here.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
have
not
somewhere
fucking
I could
taking.
stay?
You can always come back to the Runeforge with us.
I
Uh,
I prefer
mhm.
not to risk my life, but there's nowhere for me to stay here.
I mean, we could. Yushin, how far is Standpoint from here? I keep on forgetting.
A day's journey maybe.
It's about a week's journey.
It's about a week's journey.
Uh, I mean, if we could technically drop you off. Either you
Doesn't
can.
your uncle have a shop here now or something?
Uh, no, I don't know. No, I don't think he does.
Oh no, wait. Shop in Sandpoint. I know he was staying here for a
Yes, I don't
while.
know why you guys came to Magnamar. Both your
Because
resources are in Sandpoint.
we had to resurrect. We had to resurrect
Well,
Coffee.
yes, there was that. You can
Yeah,
buy
I
her a
mean,
carriage though if you just want her to go to Sandpoint.
Hmm.
Beth, how do you feel with seeing Jackie again after a long while?
I haven't seen him for several years. You said he's married or something now?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's married with a very lovely woman. That's
Anything you can tell me about her?
well, she is a kitsune.
What's
She'll
a
also
kitsune?
Uh,
um,
be like
That's a
me,
Gothy.
and then like the
yeah.
ears pop up and the tail pops up and she like switches around.
Oh, so she's a doppelganger?
What?
No.
What?
I've just never seen a creature like you before. No offense.
Yeah, Gothy's
Should I take offense to that?
I mean, your race is from the other side of the planet, Gothy.
Good point. Still, like, that's still again. Am I supposed to be offended by that?
I don't mean offense. I've never seen a human with cat ears before. Or fox ears before.
That-
And weren't you a bird at one point?
Yes, I died.
She
If
changed
you
her
were
mind.
you were there, right?
I think so. I'm sorry. I've been blind for half the time I've met you. And
Good
also,
point, never
apparently, I
mind.
met you before. I time.
I thought we went again. I think we went over this.
I'm still confused. It's gonna take some time for my brain to process everything that's happened. I'm glad you are able to make sense of all of this, though.
Somewhat.
I probably won't, but sure.
If you can pay for a carriage, I'd be more than happy to spend the time with Jackie. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I'm afraid I
How
don't
much?
really have coin on me right now.
I fucking know. Trust me. I got a lot of uh coin on me. Let's see. You see, Frank kind of take out his like.
Giant pile of money.
It's not that. It's like a fucking. You know those wallets grandmas have.
Okay.
And he just picks out that. And how much is a carriage fare? Forgot. It was.
I mean, like 1 gold will get her like A finest service in the land, first class service all the way to Sandpoint.
I will give her 20 gold.
Okay, she takes the 20 gold, smiles, and says, I appreciate you letting your sister live like the queen she deserves to be.
I mean, listen, I am very. I'm saying my job is a very lucrative endeavor, but goddamn, it pays well. But yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. Just it's Jackie's. Yeah, you'll see it. It's just Jackie's shop. You'll see it.
She smiles and walks off. Fred turns around to see his other waifu coming out of his backpack with puppy dog eyes. You never get me anything nice.
I mean, he's kind of your carriage.
I mean, yeah, but I like him for more than just his legs. I like him for his big, strong brain as well. Why don't you shower me with gifts, Fred? Am I not good enough? Sad face.
I mean, do you want to go back to the room porch or you want Shaw and McNamara?
I'd like a big ice cream sundae, thank you very much. With extra
Okay.
chocolate.
All right. Jeez.
And then
Do
we're gonna go
you?
for a walk in the park, and we're gonna go for a stroll down the beach, and then you're gonna come over me and we're gonna cuddle and watch Netflix.
The fuck is that?
When did she turn into a dog?
What is Netflix?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Fred. Anywho, what is Gothy and Euston doing with their day off?
A day off is interesting if that's what we're
I mean,
if that's what we're
well,
doing.
what is Fred and Gothy doing? Are you guys heading back? Are you guys, the three of you guys, wanting to head back to the Rune Forge immediately, or do you guys have more business here in Magnamar? So I was under the impression you guys had more than just the resurrection here in Magnamar.
How much do I?
Let me check my wallet.
Let me
Of course.
check what stuff I have.
Because I mean, you guys have a whole bunch of. You guys have like that $50,000 robe of the Archmagi.
That is right. So Emily's shop, right, everyone?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's also
Emily-
something else in Emily's shop you guys need to go deal with.
Well, what kind of
Well,
priorities? We have a
But we'll
rat to
do
deal
it.
with.
Yeah, we'll do it after what we're doing right now,
All right.
or something.
What does party do?
Okay. Frederick, say, Lucretia, do you want to go back to the Rune Forge, or do you want to stay in Magmar for a little your time? You know.
I'd like to go on a date with you, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, that's not what I'm asking because
Well, then that's what I'm demanding.
my
Fred,
schedule.
just do it. Fred, just do it.
Welcome to the wonderful world of dating alpha women.
So,
I mean, Fred, I could always clone you, and then
You
you can
can
do it.
clone Fred? Oh my god, that'd be the best thing ever.
jeez. Oh yeah. Fucking. That's Plan C, among Plan other things.
Wait, you can clone Fred and you haven't before this moment?
Well, simulacrum, which I guess we are figuring. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
We
a
could.
very complex method that we
Oh,
are very
yeah.
lazy. Don't want to do it sometimes,
Now that I think about it, that was on my to-do list.
among other things.
Hold on.
What does party want to do? You are
Okay,
in Magmar. There is nothing immediately threatening to your life. There's an overarching threat, but it's not currently affecting you in Magmar.
okay. I guess Fred's gonna do the date.
Yay!
Really?
And the party sees Fred being dragged away by a snake, but in a friendly sort of way.
Growled by the scruff.
Yeah.
What is Gothy and Yuzjin doing for the filler episode?
Ah, yes. Each episode.
Usually, maybe we should look up where about this Karzug guy.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You cut out.
Karzug, let's go research him a little bit more. Hopefully, this library has enough information.
I mean, we've been doing quite a bit of research of them over the last couple months, but it might not be a bad idea to look more into it.
All right, to the library, and she starts skipping along towards the library.
You head over to the local public library here in Magnamar. It definitely has a fair number of books on Thessalonian topics. It's not the most expansive library in the world, but I'll give you a +2 to your knowledge checks while you're here.
All right, knowledge. Do probably history.
To know what about Karzug?
Yeah.
That'd be a history check, yes. DCs are rather high though.
The 40.
All right.
He is a fairly
You're gonna
obscure
be helping.
historical figure.
I mean, we could always
Asian, you can help.
we could always teleport to Am I muted? Oh no, we're good.
No, you're good.
Where is it?
Teleport to the library back in Anne's Fortress.
Yes, that's it. Whatever it's called. I don't know why I can't think of it right now.
Jorgenfist is the name of Alan's
Jorgenfist.
tribe's household.
We could always go back to that library. We'd probably have a ton of stuff on Karzug.
Oh yeah, it was a sword, wasn't I? I don't really remember that. Hmm.
It
I
was
mean, if it. Hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
Yushin?
what?
Fusion?
Oh, I just said it. I just said it was quite strange, and that's it. We
Well, if
also
it has
have
more information, then.
we
But-
also have a massive amount of loot that we shipped to our vault at home.
Yep.
You should.
I mean, that other library probably has a lot more, like you said, the information than here. So maybe worth checking out. Can you even teleport that far?
To the wait, I'm sorry, to where? To the
To
Sentinels or the
Jorgenfist, I think is what
Jorgen
topic the
Fist.
conversation is on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. The question is teleporting back. Did I prepare that slot?
I mean, I prepared teleport twice, so if need be.
Awesome. I did not prepare any teleports.
I thought you do.
Nothing.
Not
That
today.
means Gothy
I
is successfully the party's Uber today. Wonderful.
I prepared
Is
to go into
Gothy
the
even
rune forge,
familiar
so
enough to actually teleport there?
I think you should try anyway and see what happens.
I think that's a
Oh
good idea.
boy.
It just comes back.
Okay, maybe if she has lower wisdom. Anyway.
Before we do that, Fred is going to be really confused. So I say we go sell some of our stuff at Emily's, and then leave a note with her because Fred will probably expect me to be there.
Are you sure? So she would just find him and tell him what we're doing first?
Well, Emily's not there. It's Isabel who's kind of holding the fort.
Uh,
Also, because she has a lot of better things to do. So
It's not like there's a big
all
plot
right.
going on in a different dimension.
right.
All right, and she shrugs.
So is that a no? You're not rolling your check here? You're going to sell loot first?
I think that's what we're doing.
Alright, cool. You guys head over to the big old spire of the Universal Loot Selling Shop. You walk inside. Looks about the same as you left it. This time there is no Zabel at the front corridor. There is, in fact, a giant glowing portal. Like right behind the main, like the main entrance of the place, you just see like a very large, glowing, like multicolored, almost like a prismatic wall of sorts. At which point, as soon as like the chime rings as you walk in, what's it called? You just hear like sounds from the other side of the portal go like, God damn it! At which point, what's it called? The Emily that you are familiar with, i.e., the one without cybernetic enhancements, jumps through the portal. She seems quite wounded. She pulls out a healing potion and dunks it, and then like gestures at the portal. At which point it closes. Customers. Oh, Yushin! Hello, wonderful. It's just blasting fireballs at you, actually.
Huh?
Great to see you again. Especially when you're not trying to kill me.
The fuck
Go
is
on.
Do we want to know?
I want to know.
I have been
Yeah.
talking to my other self, and wow, is it different over there. There was just like a bomb, and I met this guy, and he was like a rabbit, and he could create swords with his hands, and it wasn't even magic. It was the weirdest thing.
Huh?
It sounds
Anywho,
very
hi
weird.
there. Can I help you with something? She
I don't know.
pulls out another healing potion and drinks it.
I'll offer her a Cure Serious instead.
Oh, you're just gonna cast it on her?
Yeah.
Wonderful! Oh my god, this feels a lot better than the last spell you cast on me. Thank you.
Do you need help with that? That seems
We're
important.
working on it. We're working on it. Other me said you guys are gonna come and help when you have the time.
Yeah, we're dealing with a demigod. So
So are we. Kind of.
man, don't tempt me. Okay, hold on. Gothy, question.
Eh?
If you had to guess, how long do we have before Karzag? Just time frame. If you
Uh,
had to guess.
a few weeks, a month. I don't know.
That sounds like a lot of time.
I don't fucking know. What'd be great to figure this out? The library. She does it like magical, like gestures, like
Hey,
very
you guys
important
should split the
gestures.
party. That sounds like a great idea.
That's true. Yujin is gonna pull about a dozen and a half Thessalonian tomes out of his bag and say, "Here."
Wonderful. I could
Yeah.
use these. Can you
Oh, I
explain
meant
what these
I
are?
meant over to Gothy.
Oh, to Gothy. Okay.
Yeah, because she wants to like learn more about Thassalon. I figured it was handy.
All right.
Okay then, is she like struggles to probably carry this? Okay then.
Can I help you two with something?
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty cool. We have a couple things we found in the Runeforge that are pricey.
Well, I got plenty of gold from Zendrick to offer to you.
Zendrick.
Yes. We
Like,
found it
do you
in
mean
Giant Hold.
have I heard of this place?
You could roll me a knowledge planes to know what the fuck Giant Hold is.
Oh, okay. Planes.
Because it's definitely not
I
in
love that
Galarian.
I love that what's the word? You can tell all wizards are the same of just saying crazy shit and then refusing to elaborate.
41. During that brief time that you were in a different dimension, you probably heard someone mention something ruins of Giant Hold once.
Oh,
But
giant
that's
giant
you're not gonna get that with a 41. But it's a place in a different dimension.
giant hold. That's an old ruined place
It's down in
from
Zendrick,
not
yeah.
here.
It's down near where
Well,
Other Me was born.
oh, so Eberron. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. It's pretty nice. Okay.
You've been to Giant Hold? Oh my god, do you
Not
like the big statues?
not particularly there, but Eberron. That's all. That's
Yeah. Wait, you're from Eberron? And she immediately pulls out a wand and aims it at you. Because I swear, if
I've.
you're another fucking changeling.
No, I'm not from Eberron. I've been
Okay,
there. You
because
know that.
I know the Yuzjin I know doesn't want to kill me.
Yeah.
You're the Yuzjin from Galarian, right?
Yes. I went to Eberron once. Because I brought that other Emily who you had a misunderstanding with.
Yeah,
To
we
her
made up.
home.
Don't worry. She's doing stuff in the Mornlands.
Yeah.
Thanks for
But yeah,
resurrecting
she
me again, by the way.
again.
No, she's saying thank you from the last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries.
You said you
Let's
wanted to
see.
sell
Okay,
something? Or what does Gothy
Okay,
say at all this
Gothy.
weird
While
magic
this is
shit?
going on, while this is all going on, Gothy is looking behind the pile of books, looking very confused.
Can Gothy read Ancient Thessalonian?
Excuse me.
Can Gothy read Ancient Thessalonian?
How many languages do we know again?
Oh, I forgot the joke was you know every language. Sorry. Yeah, what's it called? These are all the books you took from the Pride Wing. So all of this is it's like self-help books written in the style of like Justin Timberlake,
Some
basically. Like all of
some
it
of
is
this is
like
also
Uh,
from
how to
the.
be amazing and how to be awesome and how to show your best side to
uh,
everyone.
no,
Some
I
of this
wasn't.
is
No,
also.
not about the books. About the conversation that was going on.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they're talking about weird wizard stuff from another dimension.
Yes, she's very confused about what they're talking about.
Do you say anything?
Nope, she just looks confused and then goes and looks at the books.
Alrighty.
Also, the books are from various places. I have a couple from Jurgenfist. I have a couple from the Pride Wing, from the Greed Wing.
Oh, you
That's
have
all
a
I can
whole
think of
bunch
off
of
the
them
top of my
then.
head. Mini library.
What
And I
does
have
Hardy
about
do?
300 of McMeridian's books personally, in his room back at Sandpoint.
You have a big old library. What do you
Pretty
sell down?
much.
What do you offer to Emily?
Ah, yes. We got the. Nobody wanted the Cape of the Mountebank, right?
Wait, what does it do again? I don't think
Dimension
it can be written
door.
down.
The Cape of the Mountebank, it's a cape, you wear it, it lets you dimension door and teleport around.
Okay. So.
I mean,
He
she
puts
can
a
already do
variety
that,
of.
so.
He puts a variety of things on the table.
Can you just
Cape
give
of
me a
his.
list?
Yeah, okay. Copy paste.
'Cause if you want, I can just add all of this up.
Let's see.
Still have thief stools?
I mean, Gothi's technically a rogue-ish.
Anyway.
She's roguish.
Roguelike.
Yeah, she's randomly generated. Every Gothi is personally.
Every Gothi is personalized.
Personally.
Yes.
Alright.
Gothi.
Alright, let me calculate all this up. Hold on.
That's what I believe we have off the top
Alright,
of my
the solid
head.
gold. You guys don't want to keep the solid gold peacock? God. And then that's 5,000 for.
We make
That'd
quite
be
the
10,000
paperweight, but
for that.
let's see.
10 and
All of this stuff we sent to the islands, so I can't sell that right
plus
now.
2,000
Here.
plus 3,000 plus 250. Oh, and then the robe of the Archmagi. Jesus. That is alright. That's 23. That's a lot of money. Okay, so she,
Yeah.
what's it called? She counts it all up, and eventually says, "All right, so everything." Oh God, you still. Oh yeah, no, you guys divided that, didn't you?
Did we all like the magic items?
I remember you guys dividing that up.
Did we? Okay, never mind then. Ignore what I
don't
said.
remember.
I think you guys sent a fair bit back to your mansion, but I was hoping you guys were keeping track of that.
Normally we do. I think this was just that
I
far
think
back.
I
Hold on.
did.
Yeah, I think I did. Oh, I actually, yeah, I personally I did.
Alright, regardless, for everything except the Archmagi robe, here. And she is going to plop down 23,000 gold pieces.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That's for everything. That's for. Oh no, 23,300 gold pieces. I counted
Okay.
that wrong.
All good.
That's for everything that isn't the Archmagi robe.
I assume
Because
she
the
doesn't want
Archmagi
that.
robe is definitely the lion's share of this. So that is 2. That in and of itself is worth like 37k. Alternatively, you seem to be the sort of person who probably qualifies as an Archmagi. So, if you'd be willing, to, instead of, how about this? Instead of me giving you this 23,000 platinum or this 2,300 gold right now, and then liquidating the Archrobe, why don't I take everything and purify this robe?
Go on.
Robe of the Archmagi is quite a rare item. I've personally never seen one in the flesh. However, I do know that these ones are only worn by evil characters. They can be purified in a fairly expensive ritual that involves diamond dust. And from what I heard of this morning, the church here in Magnemar seems to have an ample supply of diamond dust, she says, looking at Gothe. I could take this money, go straight to the church, and in return for all of these items, such as the Capes of Resistance, the Ring of Protection, and the spellbooks and whatnot, I can return to you a fully purified Robe of the Archmagi.
Really good.
It is really good, but it would require you to give up all your money. I will take your 23,000 gold in payment. Alternatively, I'll simply give you another 20,000 for the robe itself, and I'll purify it on my own time. Or 37, sorry.
I think
Yes?
this is a pretty good deal, honestly. It normally would cost like 40,000 or so to make one of these.
About
So this
that,
is
yeah.
essentially a quarter of the actual market price for one of these
because
bad
you're friends
boys.
with this character.
Right. Thankfully.
Depends if you guys want to spend all of your money from the Rune Forge on dick enhancements for
Well,
Yusjin.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, I'm a bit hesitant on like spending this portion of the party's money.
Hmm.
Let's see, how much do I have?
Let's see.
Or I can simply give you the gold and you can spend it how you choose. Or store credit in this case, because God knows I don't have 50,000 coins just lying around.
You take checks.
I take credit.
Like Fred's isn't here. I'm just funny commentary.
Alright, the question is, do you guys want 50,000 gold, or do you guys want a white robe of the Archmagi?
I myself am absolutely down for that deal, though I don't want to do anything big without the party's permission.
Gothe?
Remind me, what does the robe of the Archmage does?
A lot of
Spell
things.
+5 to AC, and he's a wizard, so that goes a long way. Spell resistance 18. +4 resistance bonus to all saving throws, which is also big because he's a wizard.
That does not stack with Cape's resistance, though. It's a lethal resistance.
He's not wearing one.
Oh, damn, okay.
And +2 on caster checks to overcome SR, which is also really big against demons.
Which is good.
It's perfect for Runeforge specifically, it seems.
Which is why they're so expensive.
Because I was also thinking about getting something to help Lucretia block mind effect, from Karzu entering her mind again.
If it's
like
easier to just take the money, I'm more than happy to just give you the money.
Ah, jeez. Yeah? 1 second.
All good. Man, I'm very split because this is incredible.
Yep.
However,
it's really expensive.
Let's see. Let me do some math.
Really making a big decision here.
Yeah. It would absolutely go a long way in Karzu's literal domain, but let's see.
I mean,
Alternatively,
I don't know.
I give you your 5,000 platinum.
Right. I'm gonna. Why don't we talk about what Fred's been doing while Gothy and I are.
Oh, you guys. All right, cool. So, as the two of you agonize over possibly the largest purchase decision you've made in your life, Fred, how are you keeping your girlfriend entertained? the snake that's slithering around behind you and gathering a bit of a gawking crowd. As everyone knows what happened to the last snake in Magnemar.
Oof. Lucretia, do you want to go to a nice cafe?
That sounds wonderful, Fred.
Jeez. Trying to think. Would I know a very nice cafe, like
What
in
kind of a
Magnemar?
cafe are you looking for?
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? What cafe I'm looking for?
Are you just looking for like a coffee shop?
Like a really nice coffee shop, you know?
I'll say you'll know of a pretty nice coffee shop. Yeah, there's one over there. It's called Horton Tim's.
Horton Tim's sounds like a delicacy right there.
Oh, absolutely. They sell coffee and bagels and all sorts of similar things.
Yeah. Well, Fred's gonna say, "Hey, maybe we should go there." And he points to Horton Tim's.
Ooh, wonderful. I love coffee. Slithers over. Few people start screaming in terror.
Yeah. I think they would get used to all the wacky shenanigans that's been happening for the past, like,
Oh,
what, how many years?
Fred, do you remember the last time this happened?
Oh yeah, oh fuck.
That thing you haven't told Lucretia about.
What thing? I didn't kill her sister. Okay, because I think we made that clear. I didn't kill her.
Alright. But anywho, as the Lamia just kind of slithers up to the coffee shop, you see the owner of the coffee shop at the front, go from having a good day to having a great day as he sees the local celebrity paying his visit, to slight concern on his face, to moderate concern as the Lamaria is approaching his shop. And just eyes getting wider and wider as Lucretia just very quiet, just like happily trots over to, or not even trots, just slithers over to his shop, and you just see his face getting more and more concerned,
More scared.
more terrified.
Hi. Cannot we get Fred looks at Lucretia and say what you want.
And she does that anime thing where she just starts thinking really loudly, and the coffee shop owner just kind of looks towards you, and he's like, Fred, what's happening, Fred? I'm
It's
scared.
fine. It's fine. Don't
Please
worry.
help. There's a horrible monster in my shop.
I know. Just calm down. Calm down a little bit.
I want a coffee and a donut. Coffee shop owner looks towards you. It's ordering food, Fred. What do I do?
Coffee and 2 coffees and 2 donuts, please.
All right. Should I take its order? Does it speak common?
Yeah. Yes.
Am I going crazy?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. With visible sweat, he takes your order and gestures for you to sit down at a nearby table. As what's it called? You see what's called the coffee shop owner gesture one says, "No, you bring them the coffee. No, you bring them the coffee. I'm not going near them." But Lucretia sits down next to Fred. So, you seem uncomfortable, Fred. This is the first time you've been seen in public with me.
What do you mean uncomfortable? I think I would more have like a very
You
like
spend
I
all
don't
this
think
time talking to Beth, but you never spent any time talking with me since we left Turtleback. Am I just your side chick now?
I've been really busy for the past few months and I haven't actually sat down.
Okay, well,
You
I've
know,
been busy too. That doesn't mean I don't have time to talk to you. Do you want me to just go to Sandpoint as well and just sit on your trophy? Or sit around and be a trophy?
if you're playing that past this as trophy, don't go down that route, Lucretia. I mean it.
I know she's your sister, but like, Did you see how Vass was looking at her? You might have an odd eye for these things, Fred, but I do.
Okay, I'm gonna be frank
How's
with
Fred
you.
react to this?
Listen. If you're insinuating that, it seems kind of rude
Eh.
all the fucking time. Why are you like this? Like, why are you always like this? Tell me.
Like what?
Hello.
I got
Oh,
the.
you
Yeah,
got me.
hi.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Just
sorry, I
had.
pressed the wrong button.
There you go. Where was I?
Why am I
Yeah.
like what, Fred?
Like, always insinuating, like, like every woman, like, oh, you think, oh, look at this girl. She's uh, oh, always gawking her,
Am I not supposed to?
I
Have
mean,
things changed that much since I went into your bag? As far as I'm aware, that things have not changed relationship-wise since Sorshin's times.
say again?
As far as I'm aware, men usually have relationships with women. That's been the truce ever since Sorshin's times. She says,
I
referring to the
mean,
old Runelord of Lust.
listen.
Why do you think Karzug had me seek you out specifically? You're a strong, supple man? Am I not allowed to be attracted to you?
I mean, you can, but
I was Karzug's right there. I was his second. Okay, maybe not his second, but I was definitely in the top 12, okay? And I gave that up to be with you. You told me that. Does that not mean anything to you, Fred?
I mean, I think it was more of like, personal freedoms you wanted to do, like, do you really want to be
I
in
wanted to be
strings with
free,
me?
yeah.
And you're technically free to do whatever you want. If you're attracted to me, yeah, whatever. But
Are you not attracted to me? She says sadly.
I, no, I'm not. What's the word for it? I'm not exactly. I'm not. Well, fuck.
You
How
start
do
to
I
see
put this?
tears in the Lamaria's eyes.
These actual tears, or like more like her being herself.
She looks genuinely upset, as you say you don't like her.
I like you.
Fred, do you know what I went through for all of this to happen? Karzug, I was with Karzug up on Zinsha last. I had a bedroom and everything, and he sent me out to Turtleback Ferry to gather souls for him. I've been working for him for like the past 300 years. And then you told me to give all that up. Just because you said my boss was a douchebag.
And he is, isn't he?
Okay. But what's the point of me being around if Karzug doesn't want me and you don't want me? I've been alive for 10,000 years, Fred. Do you want to know how many people I've known in that time? A lot. I know how many people convinced me to give up my job in that time? One. Do you not mean everything you said to me?
I mean a lot of things, and I mean that wholeheartedly. That
Then why
you
are you
want.
hesitating like this? Why are you saying I
You know
don't
why?
mean anything to you?
You know why I'm afraid?
Afraid of what?
Just losing people.
Fred, Fred, I'm not going to abandon you. I'm worried you're about to abandon me.
I just,
I've been living in your backpack for the last 3 months. I've been writing this amazing fan fiction.
I just listen with all this bullshit going on after Karzu took control of you. I'm just afraid like you're gonna get caught in the crossfire of all this shit. I don't want.
I want Karzook dead as much as you want Karzook dead, but you're putting too much stress on yourself, Fred. Take a day off. Go to the spa. Go swimming. Spend a day not worrying about saving the world. You're allowed to take a day off.
I mean,
Karzook's evil, yeah, but he's not getting any less evil.
it's just
You've got too much stress on your back, Fred. That's what's causing this.
I just. Yeah, it's sometimes I think like.
That's why I said,
We have
let's
to,
go coffee. Let's go relax. Let's spend a day doing something that isn't saving the world. I don't say that to be hostile to you. I say that because you're dying of stress. I'm sure Yusjin and Gothi feel the same way.
Katsuya Yushingafi just arguing about big ass fucking. Okay, okay.
Do you want to find them and let's go bowling or something?
No, they probably got something busy going on.
Well, is there something we could do to help take your mind off this and help you feel less garbage? That's what I want. I'm not trying to get in your pants, Fred. I'm trying to get you to feel okay. I don't like seeing you like this.
I mean, there's one thing I haven't actually haven't sat down and actually wanted to watch. I do. You see those? I haven't sat down and watched like a really good play in a long ass time.
Well, let's go to the theater.
Yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. We should do that. Yeah.
So let's go buy some tickets now, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah. We should probably do that.
Alrighty. At which point, the two of you guys head over to the Nightshade Theater, which Fred might actually remember.
The what theater?
Did Fred join before or after the party's acting debut?
Definitely way after.
Way after.
Because it's definitely before me.
Alright.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did not know they were Hollywood actors.
Alright, at which point the director does not recognize you. What's it called? He lets you know there are a number of plays going on right now. What's it called? The most recent play is what would be? Oh, sure, let's go with that. The most recent play is a tale of a what's it called? The tale of a recent book that has been published called Honor Among Thieves. Sounds pretty interesting. And it's about the story of a crazed thief taking his way through a fictional but realistic depiction of Galarian. Something about stealing a talisman of immortality and something Icewind Dale.
I mean,
no spoilers.
I'm not spoiling anything.
okay. I wonder if Fred would enjoy that. I'm curious.
All right, tickets are 1 silver each, or 1 gold
Well,
if you want front row seats.
I'm curious. What other showings are there? Is this theaters work? Is like different showings like a movie theater, or is it kind of like today's theater is?
It's a play. We're only putting on one. We can only really put on one play every week. Get the actor. We usually do 1 show a night.
Okay. I'm too fucking spoiled with modern technology. I'm guessing Fred would kind of watch it. He would be kind of play buff, maybe.
All right, you and Lucretia go in. The curtains rise, and I'm not going to describe what you see because Yuzin's in the call. So we're going to go back to him.
Oh,
I
of
can take
course.
my headphones off.
Alright,
Hey.
does Yuzjin take the giant pile of money, or does he take the white robes of the Archmagi?
Here's my Okay, Gothy, I want your
Mhm.
advice on this. My perspective is that we've gone through some of the higher level wizards, I assume, of the Runeforge. So if I take this now and we finish looting the other wings, I assume there'll be more stuff like swords, armor, something that you guys can use, and if not, we can sell that in the future.
Yeah, in the long run, the robe might be better.
I mean, you could use the robe yourself, Gothy. You're also an arcane spellcaster.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah. I think it would
Or
actually.
you
I
guys
could
can take
actually use it.
60,000 gold flat, basically.
Very hard
Personally, I
bargain.
think the robe is the best choice. Though I'm not gonna accept it without like
Gothy's
asking you guys
approval.
first. Right.
Gothy, do you let him buy the robe?
Right. That means we're just. What word am I looking for?
It's
We
more
have
of an
not. We didn't lose
investment.
anything. We did not make a profit. It was just
It was stalemate.
neutral. Neutral.
Neutral. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cheaper this way. We have it's like 1/4 of the market price.
Yeah, I think in the long run, it might be best to have the robe. So, Gothy's gonna give a little thumbs up.
Awesome.
Wonderful. I'll begin the ritual immediately. And you can come pick up your robe at the end of the day.
Beautiful. You're the best, Emily.
Thank you.
Now, I believe you wanted to do some research.
Yes, I did. And she, I think she's still carrying the book, going, do these have the information we need?
These books, and I guess we could go to the library to fill in the blanks, but in between.
Okay, are we going to Jorgen Fist or where are we going?
We
mean-
could probably go to Jorgenfist.
All right. Is she even
Wait,
familiar enough
do
with
I
that?
have-
You're welcome to try.
Before we
Alright.
do that, do I have? I don't have scrap repair. Shit.
Alright, does Gothy cast
well-
Teleport Jorgenfist?
Wait, it's up here. What? 5. Alright. Hold on.
Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
Yeah, I have
This
to
is
roll
my
100,
Pathfinder
right?
party. That sorcerer guy I was
Right.
just talking to you guys about just followed me on Twitch.
Oh, awesome.
Ah. Nice.
Alright.
Hey.
Anywho, you guys
Right,
teleporting to
anyway, yeah,
Jorgenfist?
it's just a regular 100, D100, right?
Yep. This is a place that you guys have never been to before. Or this is a place that you are not familiar with. I don't think you've studied it carefully. You were only really here as a sword, so you could probably get here. It's gonna be D100 though. How close you're getting? And are you teleporting just yourself, or you, Yuzjin, or?
Probably me and Yuzhin, so.
Alright then, yep, that you can carry that much with your teleport spell.
A few ones. Alright. Yuzhin, if I
Teleport.
apologize if I somehow got us into a wall.
It depends how high you roll. However, low is
Uh.
correct when it comes to teleport, so bang, you are on target.
Yay!
So Yuzjin, Gothy gestures her hands together. She grabs Yuzjin, woo woo whoop, and woo woo whoop. And you find yourself standing in front of the proud gates of Jorgenfist. Now free of giants, free of McMurdian, and reoccupied by the the Dragonborn Stone Giant tribe. You see a pair of stone giants right out front. There's one of them kind of reaches for his club, but he'll immediately recognize you guys as you guys saved their tribe, and the stone giant bows before. If not
Only
Gothic,
Yuzhin.
probably just Yuzjin.
Just a Yuzhin.
Lord Yuzjin. So what do I have the honor of? What do I have the honor of addressing you for? Speaks the stone giant.
Well, we've come to look at the library, get as much information on Karzug as we can.
Wonderful. I will let Arnie know you are here. Open the gates. And the gates to Jorgenfist are opened. So you guys
I can
head back
finally see
down to
what
the
the
library.
Yep. All right, Eugene, let's go. I haven't seen this place on foot, so
It's
I thought I
quite
had
the
a choice.
interesting place.
Alright. Do you guys want me to warp you guys to the Jorgenfist map, or I don't think it's quite necessary right now.
You can if you need.
Do I still have the
I don't know.
Jorgenfist map? Jorgenfist. I have a map called Jorgenfist map. Jorgenfist. Is it Underground Jorgenfist? Underground Citadel. Nope, that was Underground Choppers, Turtleback, Sound Assassin, Hook Mountain, and you guys have been to a lot of underground places.
They tend to be dungeons.
Misgivings, Light's Hope, Jorgenfist itself, Gall, Foxglove Townhouse, Crossroads, Caves under Jorgenfist. That's where I want to be right now. Cool. Okay. Archive. No, that's the other dungeon layer underneath Jorgenfist. Whatever. Okay, you guys know what the place underneath Jorgenfist looks like. You guys head down the stairs. You see a number of stone giants everywhere. They appear to still be in the process of repairing all of the horrible damage that Morkmurdian and his army did to this place. You will also see a single kobold among the giants, happily helping along. A single kobold with 2 levels in sorcerer, helping the giants rebuild. That is a story for a different time. Yes, Fred, it's exactly who you think it is.
Okay.
Alright, so passing Corey, you guys head downstairs, and as you guys are making your way down the library, you take one last thing of stairs, and you will bump into someone rather familiar as you guys approach the library. Hey, what's Anne been up to in the last, year and a half?
All right, let me think.
And how does she
Obviously
react to seeing
preparing.
Eustace again?
All right, one thing at a time. Obviously repairing stuff, and I was thinking about it, only part of it is like, soon as she sees Eugene and a stranger, it's like, oh my gosh, Eugene! And she runs up and grabs them both, accidentally grabs them both and hugs them. Like, oh my gosh, it's been forever. How you been doing? And who the heck is this?
Eustace, you are grappled, but in a good way. How do you react to your friendly neighborhood stone giant?
Eugene.
Eustace, please.
Oh, sorry, Mark was muted.
There you go.
He kind of groans as he's nearly squeezed to death and says, oh, how's it going since you we left you here?"
Not much. Just repairing and actually, she kind of thinks for a moment. Have you guys been with? Yeah, you guys have been with Barwick, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been sending letters to the Citadel and haven't gotten a response. Because he was supposed to help me with the interrogation of these dwarves. As she points back to where they came. Just
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah.
there was that
A
plot
few
line.
of them have died. A few of them died. So, have you seen him?
Barwick, yeah. He's not with the Citadel anymore.
Oh, what happened?
He
Just say
decided
you could just say you explain everything since you know.
Yeah, he just
that
explained
yeah, sure.
everything.
That'll do.
Oh, that's oof. And she like grits her teeth like, yeah, that's not good. So, crap. She like Guys, in the back of your head. So what am I supposed to do with those guys?
I mean, assuming you haven't been feeding them, there's probably only 2 or 3 of them left.
No, she has been feeding them. It's just
You have a bunch of naked enslaved dwarfs then.
she has them jailed. Just
Yeah, just a
yeah.
bunch of dwarves just chilling, I guess.
Mm,
Also, I found the map I'm looking for finally.
cool. And you, as she points to Gothy, you have. Who are you? I was your sword. Remember? Yeah, she gets confused. Like goes, what happened to you? Explains everything. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Gothy shrugs.
Sorry for making
Alright,
you role play
anyway,
with yourself.
I heard you guys are here for. Yeah. Alright, you guys, you're. Again. What are you guys here for again? I'll show you the way.
Alright, hold on, let me clean up all of this. All these dead monsters over here.
Running monsters. There's skeletons now.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Good
got
times.
Joey, Bungie, Bartuwick, Tom. They're chilling around.
Where's that one guy with the long name?
He's around here somewhere. That's called. You guys run into Hubert Blaine, Wolfstash, and Stardorf, as well as his buddy Tom or Greg. They're around here as well. And oh yeah, here's the token we had for Anne. None of that. What's it called? Halfling Anne. That's the Anne token we want. You guys are escorted through here by the 12-foot tall stone giant. And eventually, you guys make your way back over here to the massive library here under Jorkenfist. Did you guys keep the librarian alive? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
Probably should. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys never actually interacted with him. So, yeah, there is a clockwork librarian in there. It's just still tending to all the books. This is I can re-describe this room for you if you'd like. It's been a while since we were here.
Sure. Oh, there's a new icon. I didn't even notice.
Called, what, this?
The, token, I mean.
Oh, yeah. You guys, as you guys re-enter the old library, again, you see numerous glowing crystal lanterns hanging on fine chains. The ceiling is done up in the Thessalonian style. It's about 60 feet up. This entire room is fairly bright lit with it's lit with like bright lights. Their walls of this room are carried with more Thessalonian runes. Wooden leather chairs, polished oak tables, just walls and walls of books. Everything in here looks brand spanking new.
Look at that. It's been a while.
I don't remember much, so.
As you
Anyway.
guys walk into the library, you are going to see a creature walk up to you. It looks to be a beetle, as if a beetle was the size of a human, and it has like 2 metal legs, 2 metal arms that have like 3 fingers on each, and it's got like 2 smokestacks coming out of its head as if it's like pumping out gas. And it says, "Greetings, monks of the Theranic Monastery in Thessalonian. Which volume of lore would you like me to retrieve for you? There are currently 24,491 volumes, scrolls, pamphlets, and unbound manuscripts available. Please indicate your wish by author, title, subject, or date of acquisition by our monastery." Anne probably doesn't speak Thessalonian, so she has no idea what this thing is saying.
You guys, what's that little thing saying again? Yeah. Can you tell me?
I'll translate for you.
Huh. That sounds very complicated. Anyway, guys, I wasn't given many details. What are you guys doing here? Explains it. Are you guys gonna say explain everything again?
Yuzjin,
Uh,
Can you hear me?
do you explain to Anne
now
what
we can.
you're doing here, or?
I'm sorry. I don't know if my mic's cutting out or something. I don't know.
You're
Hmm.
good. Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
cool. You
yeah,
guys
Gothy
fill
would
in
too.
and Gothy and Houston fill in on everything that's been happening in the last like 6 months since you've seen each other.
Yeah, her jaw just drops, going, "Oh, you guys are all like, holy crap, that's ugh. Do you guys need help? I mean, I have an army, so if you need me,
This
and
is
us,
true.
That's a good point, actually.
yes. Just say the word and we'll march our way to wherever."
Well,
Does Anne really want to put
once
her tribe in danger again, though?
This is the guy that sent, uh, you know, I forgot his name,
McMurdian.
to MacMurdian to basically, make an army for him. So, might as well go to the source.
I mean, once Karzak is over the horizon, but once we can see him over the horizon, we'll let you know.
All right, I'll be waiting. And she gives a wink.
Well, Yuzjin, you'll also remember that Karzug kind of has a thing for enslaving giants in particular.
That is true. That could be dangerous.
Okay, are we gonna? All right, are we gonna do this stuff now? Or all right, what's specifically what we're looking for? Let's
If you
search.
guys want to make history checks on Thassalon and Karzug specifically while in this library, you get plus
Mhm.
10 to your check. Because you have the librarian around, it gives you another plus 10 to your check. So you're
How
at plus
Okay.
20 to history checks in general.
car
Beautiful.
All right.
how to kill
You
cars
pop.
So are you looking
101.
about Karzug? Are you searching Zin Shalast? Like, what are you trying to investigate here?
If you want, I could do one, and you could do the other.
Uh, sure. Yeah, you have a higher history than me, don't you? History stuff, don't you? Uh, you probably roll for Kurzuga. I'll do Chinch last because it's more specific.
I mean, unless there's something else you want to know. What exactly are you guys trying to learn here?
Guthrie?
Where Shinslask is and the entrance is, like, I guess, like a blueprint of it.
All right, you're trying to learn just general information about the old capital city.
Yeah.
All right, roll me a history check with plus 20.
All right.
So whatever your normal bonus to history is, plus 20. All right. Nope.
28.
Nope. Gothy is just reading and is just nope. No.
I think he gave
Too
me the
much
wrong
reading.
books.
Like, yeah,
He
like
gave me the wrong books.
what's it called? The librarian just walks over and hands you like this gigantic textbook that's just like a history of the holdings of the greater Shalastian area, and it's like the size of a table.
Gave me the wrong thing.
That is
Alright.
on the greater Shalastian area.
So I want to narrow it down to. Oh, never mind.
Oh, would you like to learn about the face amongst these Shalast, about the Lord of Primordial Stone of the Dimension of Lang?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, this book's all about, and he brings you an even bigger book.
No! She puts her head at the table.
Yuzjin, you want to roll me a history check?
Alright. I want to roll a history check to know as much as I can about Karzag's personal life,
About
his
Karzug personally. Alrighty.
everything possible.
That's a history check.
Oh,
Alrighty.
So close to that 20.
Alright,
Yeah.
Anything,
55 for...
even the things that make him insecure.
Okay. You will find a very large, very well-decorated tome. It looks like at one point it was bound in human skin. It looks like it has a bunch of pockmarks in it for like this book being like studded with gems, but someone's obviously taken them out over the years. And it is called Karzug, Lord of Lords and Master of All, a biography. And what was your check? 55. Alrighty. So you know that Karzug was the last Rune Lord of Greed, and the final Rune Lord of Greed, and ruler of the Thassalonian realm known as Shalast. Its capital was Zinchalast, Zin being the Thessalonian word for capital, as Zin was the name of the first Thessalonian ruler. What happened to Karzug before his ascension? Stripped from record. And with a 55, this 10,000-year-old book you're reading will even explicitly call out Karzug, saying, I know it is illegal to write, but Karzug has stripped what happened before his ascension from memory, which makes me assume he was a big baby. What's it called? During Karzug's reign, he succeeded a rune lord called Happy Mara, rune lord of greed. His first active rune lord was to raze a town called Malestroke to the ground, seemingly for no reason. He also apparently blew up a lich called
what was that
Zintrum.
town?
Malistroke.
I'm gonna write that down.
Malistroke. The author of the book claims it was Karzug's hometown, which he wanted erased from memory.
He erased hometown from existence.
You also know he quarried miles of stone to build giant statues of himself. He was known to build a lot of giant statues of himself, sometimes occasionally enchanting them as golems. And he also personally created the Stovel Deep.
What is the Stovel Deep?
Remember that big flood that happened with the gates right outside Turtleback Ferry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Karzug personally built that. Skulls Crossing and everything.
Like the deep trench?
The deep trench, the dam, really the
Oh
whole
my-
general area around Hoka Mountain.
Damn.
Karzug personally built that with a lot of move earth spells.
Okay. I know he was a slave when he was younger.
That is not mentioned in this book. Probably because mentioning that was on pain of death in Thessalonian times. He was said to be an incredibly gifted manipulator of transmutation, which was known as greed magic back in the day. He claimed to have lived for hundreds and hundreds of years. The book says he was probably in his late 50s.
Okay.
You find he was a master military leader. He built up what's it called? Shalast grew in power to become one of the breathtaking cities in Galarian. Though obviously this grandeur generally only benefited Karzug and his nobles, which was mostly made up of giants and lamias. He ruled with corruption and ruthlessness. At one point, he ordered an entire city to be burnt to the ground because the local tax collectors were short a few silvers.
Okay.
Oh, are you actually writing all this down? I can talk slower if you want.
I am.
Okay, cool. I can. Do you want just a full biography of the guy? Because that's what I'm currently reading.
Yeah,
Like
give
a
me as much as you
55.
can.
Alrighty, cool. Do you want to know his favorite color? It was green.
Collect. I will write that down.
Alrighty. He and Aslant, who was the Rune Lord of Wrath, the two of them were in basically a constant war, constantly battling them on the border between the two realms, which is smack dab where Sandpoint is right now. Two of them absolutely hated each other, and it was like a 1984 sort of situation.
Well, what does that mean?
It was like a constant Cold War, basically. So he would send 1,000 troops to their death. The Wrath Rune Lord would send 1,000 troops to their death, and this just kind of continued for decades. Neither of them super winning, and that's why they built the Hellfire Flumes right where modern Sandpoint is, right along where the coastline is. His armies were composed.
Sandpoint was right on the border of that.
Yes, which is probably why the Runewell was there.
Okay.
His armies were composed primarily of giants. what's it called? And Shalast was built to accommodate this, so like any buildings in Shalast were generally giant-sized first and human-sized second. The giants were ruled by towering monsters known as rune giants, who themselves were controlled directly by Karzug.
Interesting.
So like giants covered in runes. I think you guys dealt with rune giants before already, actually.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So they
Rune
were
giants.
generally commanded directly by Karzug. Karzug also had a number of other powerful allies. He was known to collect blue dragons, and collect, I mean the literal sense, as in he was powerful enough to command blue dragons like fucking Pokemon. Scarlet Walkers. He had a huge army of Lamias.
What's Scarlet Walkers?
What is a Scarlet Walker? That's a good question. Those are outsiders, right?
Uh,
Hold on, let me go look it up.
it
Scarlet
sounded like
Walkers are outsiders, yes, so that would be a plains check on what the fuck a Scarlet Walker is.
Does this give me any bonus to that?
I'll give you the same plus 20.
Alright, that'll be a 1, 2, plus 4, 2, 8. Oh, jeez. Plus 42.
Alrighty. It's a call 42, that'll do it. Yusjin, you flip the page and you see this. That is a Scarlet Walker.
Oh, thanks, I hit it.
You're welcome. They're apparently from Lang as well. They are about the size of giants. They have 6 long legs. Its head is like a skull spider, basically. Anything that can see this thing, generally, like, even if you don't even look at it, if this thing looks at you, like, your, what's called blood just starts gushing out of your eyes towards it, and it absorbs your blood. That's not counting its regular abilities to attack. Can turn people, they can turn entire armies insane just by looking at it. It's got, let's call the author in the book even notes that they had to do that fucking, what's that one SCP, if you look at them, everyone immediately dies?
97.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those.
that's how this one works. That's how these creatures work. That's how they were able to get a
Okay.
picture of this thing, is whoever drew this picture died getting this picture. They
Interesting.
constantly heal. Again, if you look at them, you lose blood. They can paralyze at the touch. They are incredibly resistant to spells. Fast healing 10. Can cause
Slow down a
quickened
bit when-
insanity. Can fly at will. Do you want me to keep going?
Can you slow down while I write down the important stuff?
Alright.
Last thing, looking at them makes you lose blood.
Yeah,
is the last thing
so they have an ability called Blood Draining Gaze. All creatures within 20 feet of a Scarlet Walker must make a fort save, or blood begins pouring out of their eye sockets and towards the Scarlet Walker's face. This is generally not considered not a fun situation to be in.
Okay.
They can fuck up people's minds. They are hugely into blood. They are a type of devil, technically. So they have all these standard devil resistances. Fast healing 10, detect thoughts.
Oh, great. Are they intelligent?
Incredibly so. Intelligence score of 29.
Oh.
They do have a weakness, though. Vulnerability to electricity.
Oh my god, I'm going to use that.
They do have SR, but if you can get a lightning bolt through, it's gonna hurt.
Can I get a gauge of how strong their SR is?
More than 20.
Okay. Great. Love that. Perfect.
Yeah, and Karzug used to summon these things like candy.
Oh.
Jeez. Okay.
This is not a single boss. This is a common enemy since Shalast.
Oh
Man.
god.
Yeah, I think Gothy and Ann are like behind him looking at it and
I'm
going,
just looking at the
"What's that
picture. That's
say?"
a funny looking
And Gothy's
spider.
going, "Oh, and Gothy's going, oh fuck, we're gonna have to fight those things on.
Oh,
Wait,
do you want me
A
to share the
lot.
she
picture
rubs
with
her
do
face.
you want me to share the picture with everyone? Yeah, that's a Scarlet
Hell
Walker.
yeah.
Fuck, kind of fucking Devil May Cry enemy is that?
That is from
Blech.
Lang, which I'm sure Euston's quite familiar with Lang.
Leng.
Like,
Remind me.
You remember when you went insane?
Ah. That.
Oh.
The Cthulhu shit? You know that Karzug was really into that sort of shit. Which is where all of his fun outsider friends came from.
No joke.
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
visit
did everyone hear
sometime.
me? Yeah, did
We
Oh,
did
everyone hear
not.
wait.
me?
We did not hear you, Gothy.
You must have cut out.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, I think Anne and Gothy are looking over his shoulder, looking at this. Anne goes, "What does that say?" And Gothy's like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna have to fight those things, aren't we?" As she rubs her face like irritatingly.
Yujin frames the entire text block dedicated to Scarlet Walkers with his fingers and says, basically, this translates to, we are fucked.
I mean, it's only
Yeah,
CR12, guys. It's not that
What the
bad.
fuck do you mean, CR12?
I don't,
mm,
I don't even know what CR12 is, to be honest. Fucking,
Oh, that's without getting into the advanced ones, and the leader ones, which are like CR15 and like CR18.
what if you, what if
mm.
you lava on them? That would work.
Anything else you want to know about Karzug?
Hold on.
Did he wet the bed when he was a kid? Probably
Oh,
make
that's
fun
a
of
good
him for
one.
that.
History book does not mention anything before he
Just a
ascended.
chunk of pages ripped out.
Probably. He is a Thessalonian specialist, as you know. He's focused on transmutation. He literally is impossible for him to cast illusions and enchantments because those are the sins of pride and lust. Perhaps a weapon infused with enchantment and illusions would be specifically potent against Karzuk.
Can't wait to find out. Also, would that be effective against many of his minions?
Entirely possible.
Okay,
You'd have to runeforge it if you want the specifics of it.
fair enough.
Anything else you want to know about Karzug?
Is that it about his personal life?
I mean, there's a whole paragraph dedicated to like how he what's it called? Something was trying to like summon creatures from the denizen of Lang. How he was how people thought that the war between him and Aslant were about to what's it called? We're about to cause the end of the world. This is what caused the creation of the Hellfire Flumes. People were thinking that the war would soon escalate to the point where they could bring about the end of the world, and eventually people were thinking that all the Runelords were going to start fighting each other, and that's around the time where the Empire got wiped out.
Question. So, there, I believe you said there's these like overlords that created humans.
Are you talking
What?
about the fish people?
Something like that. Like
Uh,
what? Who sent the Starstone to crush Zinchalast and all that?
that would have been the was it after.
Some weird eldritch critters.
Oh yeah, the Algalatuls. Yes,
Agalata or
so
whatever.
Yushin is aware the Algalatu, the Veiled Masters, the fish people, they're the creatures who created humanity. And yeah, so you've made this check before, so it's not checked before. You know that what caused the downfall of both the Aslant Empire and the Thessalonian Empire was the Starstone crashing into everyone, and that was caused by the evil fish people getting real mad that the humans weren't serving them anymore, so they tried to wipe out the world, and they nearly succeeded.
And I believe they succeeded too well, and I almost like the recoil on that almost screwed them over too, and so they left?
Not quite. It was they, according to the historical record, this is not at the library. This is something you already made your check on like a few months ago. They brought the Starstone down. The Starstone was intended to destroy Galarian, but thanks to the efforts of Thassalon and Aslant, a lot of the Aslanti gods sacrificed themselves, and so only their empires were wiped out and the planet didn't blow up.
Okay.
The intention
And
was
what
to
happened?
blow up the planet, but that didn't happen, and that's the reason humans are still around.
What was Karzog's relations with Algalatu? Was he like?
I mean, he was a human, so he was probably his. The humans were created by the Algalatu, but
Right.
Thassalon was kind of very inland empire, so they weren't really. I mean, they got hit by Earthfall like all the other human empires, but they weren't like living super close to the sea like Aslant was.
Okay. So
If you're asking
nothing
for his
strange
opinion on the Algalatu, that is not written here. But presumably, he didn't like them as much as most humans didn't like being enslaved by fish people.
All right. And I guess that's about it. That's written there.
And again, if there's any specific things you want to know about his life, let me know. I can answer them.
I can't even think of anything specific.
According to the
Did
book,
he?
he probably Karzug. It looks like he died in Earthfall along with everyone else from Thassalon.
Did he have like a social life, or was he mostly a loner?
I mean, he certainly had a loyal harem. Mostly, what's it called? Mostly a women, fair few men. It mentioned he had an apprentice he cared a lot about. Apprentice who was actually a human, weirdly enough. What was Karzug's apprentice
That's
for before
weird.
he died? It was.
Why is an apprentice being a human weird?
Because he had a thing for giants.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe he wanted like a little bit more hands-on type of person, you know?
Caleb, yeah, that was his name. Khalib was the Karzug's most powerful apprentice.
Any more details on him?
On Caleb specifically, he was a natural choice for an apprentice for Karzug. He quickly rode through the ranks on his own raw power and addition. Seeing Karzug's other apprentices as beings of lesser power, he took to calling himself the first apprentice in Karzug's court. He was not Thassalonian by nature. He was Aslanti, but he eventually rebelled and joined the Thassalonian Empire. He was, according to the book, he had a bit of like a dark Sidious thing going on. Like, what's it called? Because like the apprentice always overthrows the master, but Karzug was well fucking aware of that, so he kept his apprentice in line. And he was probably
Okay.
like the only non-giant that generally. It was Karzug, his army of Lamias, all of his slaves, giants, and Caleb was like the only non-enslaved human generally around in Karzug's throne room.
Do they have anything personal? Did they enjoy each other's company?
I mean, he was an apprentice and he worked for Karzug, so presumably they liked each other.
Okay.
It doesn't really go into the detail of their relationship with each other. I'm afraid you're not going to get 10,000-year-old gossip in the history
I don't know. I'm
textbook.
looking for anything we can use as leverage.
But it does mention Caleb was a he.
Any other names?
Other names. You know that the big. What was her name? I'll give you the name. Oh yeah, it was fucking Cleopatra, because of course they named her Cleopatra. There was the Most High Cleopatra, was the name of the, what's it called, the High Priest of Karzug. She was a Lamia, and she was the head priest of the Church of Karzug. Back in the day, Karzug considers most Runelords really considered themselves gods, and so there were a number of ancient religions alongside like the churches of like Desna and Sarenrae and other old religions. There's a whole bunch of other extinct religions. One of them being the belief that Karzug was in fact a god, and so that's actually kind of how Lamias exist as a race, is they were all worshipping Karzug. And then Phasmara
Okay.
bitch slapped them, and then they kept worshipping Karzuk.
Hmm.
And well, quite a few of them ended up being granted spells, so it wasn't complete bullshit.
Interesting.
But there were quite a number of Lamias all worshipping Karzug.
Okay. I'll let the session progress now.
Alright. Gothy, do you do anything?
What?
Or just let Yuzjin read about weird spider people?
She's gonna look up that town that Tarzu destroyed. Maybe try and find a map to see where it was. Map to see where it was.
No mention of it. It looks like the town that Karzug's birth town has intentionally been wiped from the map. Possibly intentionally by Karzug. He didn't want any mention of the fact that he, well, was a slave. Now that you guys know that. And well, if you were a 10,000-year-old evil demigod wizard, you'd probably do the same thing.
Hmm. Not sure what else to do. I probably think of something else later tonight before I go to sleep.
Alright. Cool. Yuzjin, you finish reading. Gothy looks bored, and probably looks even more bored. What do you do
Like,
once you are
Yuzhin,
finished
can
reading?
you help me? Actually, Yuzhin, can you help me find Shinshalask? I think the robot didn't hear me well enough as she gestures to the giant books.
Okay.
You want to know more about Sinshalast?
Sure.
Okay, roll it.
History.
Alrighty. 43. Cool. What do you want to know about Sinshalast?
Gothy.
Where it's located, maybe like blueprint.
You are aware that the legends say that Zinshalast was the old empire of Shalast, one of the 7 that composed the ancient empire of Thassalon. According to the books you're reading, it's probably somewhere in the modern Kodahar Mountains. According to what you're reading in these books, it had streets made of gold. Its buildings were made of gemstones. It sat under the gaze of a mountain that could see all. This sounds like hyperbole, but you also know that Karzug is the Lord of Greed, so he may have in fact built buildings out of gemstones. That's entirely in character for him. Hard to say.
I think I'd know that part.
Legends say that Zinshalas lay at the headwaters of the River Ava. Does Gothy's from? No, Gothy's not from Varsnia. But you know that the River Ava is like a legendary river in Desnian mythology that say that it leads to like Desna Garden of Eden, basically. However, it is an entirely mythological river. Many people believe that River Ava was destroyed during Earthfall.
Right.
The final centuries before Earthfall, Zinshalat was ruled by Karzug. The primary architects of the city were tribes of giants, themselves ruled by stone giants. Zinshalast was a ginormous city, like 10 times the size of Magnemar in its heyday. It was right underneath a giant volcano. According to the book, the volcano itself was carved with this giant fucking image of Karzuk himself, looking down with contempt on all of his subjects, and some would even say that the statue would occasionally animate to shout at people.
Huh.
Which, again, sounds like hyperbole, but, would be entirely in character for Karzuk.
Yeah.
It sits upon the mythical mountain of Mare Mistif, which is another legendary mountain that's never been heard of before. Said to be the highest peak in the entire range of stupidly high mountains. The spires themselves are said to be so high they pierce the heavens, and people like Karzuk just don't need to breathe oxygen. And that people who needed to visit him needed to wear special magical equipment because it was so high up that it was just impossible to breathe. That's exactly how Karzuk loved it.
Okay. So there's no like city map or anything like that.
The location of Zinshalast has been lost to time. Man, if
Mm.
only you guys knew someone from Zinshalast.
Hmm.
Currently, they're watching a movie, though.
Yeah.
You can learn plenty about the city, but you're not going to get the location of the city from this place, unfortunately.
Okay.
Anything specific you'd like to know?
No, that was it. That's all I could think of.
All right, you
Defenses.
put the book down.
What about defenses?
Defenses of Zinshalast. Obviously, there's the giant fuck-off army that existed back in Thessalonian times. That was fanatically defended the fact that Karzuk could be constantly at war with his neighbor, who also had a ginormous army, and the people in Zinshalast felt nothing of that. Should probably tell you to the extent of Karzuk's focus on military matters. The city's defenders themselves were said to be some of the finest giants and finest dragons ever.
Glorious. That is great. I love that.
What do you guys do? You put the books down.
Oh, probably.
I-
Would it be mentioned? This sounds stupid. Because technically, if he does successfully make the time machine and brings back brings an army forward into the future, I would think that would have been documented. That entire army disappeared.
That is not mentioned in any of the history books now.
That
Yeah.
said, that could also mean that in the future we successfully fucked up his time machine before he could use it, or used it for ourselves.
Yeah, that's why I was looking for it. I think we're gonna win. Hooray!
There are
History
no
is enough,
mentions of the Sentinels of Sandpoint in the history book now.
No, you didn't hear me, did you? It's like that since no army disappeared in the past, that means history would technically mean that means technically we won because no army has disappeared.
That would make sense, now wouldn't it?
Yep. Hooray! Well, I'm glad that's all is solid that we're going to win. All right, I'm more confident now.
I think we should use the time machine to usurp him, but that's just a personal request.
What did you say? You said what does that mean? Usurping?
Well, maybe not usurp, but I say we inject ourselves into history books. Like, if we defeat Karzai, we might as well, you know?
I say we
You guys
should.
are
We
welcome
shouldn't.
to do whatever you wish. Currently, you're standing in a library before a confused stone giant. You guys go back to Magnemar to let Fred know.
He looks at Gothi.
Uh,
Is it time?
I can't think of it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else at the moment. So, I guess we'll go.
Alrighty.
You did write everything down, right? Because it was in one year out of the other for me. So,
I wrote an amount of it down.
Ugh. Oh god, the VODs. Oh god, we have the VOD. Ugh.
Isn't Twitch wonderful like that?
Glorious indeed.
Alright. Right, I'm gonna use
Alright.
one teleport. Right. Well, I don't think Anne is gonna just like, oh, you guys are leaving? Alright, just let me know when you want us to march.
I'll
And she
keep
gives a
you
thumbs up
updated.
as well. And I guess Gothy will teleport back to Magmor.
Alright, cool. You're a bit more familiar with Magnamar, so roll your D100.
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
56, that is, you're fine.
Alright.
Awesome.
Like, even in the worst case scenarios, it's only a 30% fuck up chance.
Mhm.
Usually since it's like a 3% chance usually. Alright, so Gothic casts teleport. Whoop. You guys arrive back in Magnamar. Probably just where you left, really. It's called, you'll see, actually, no, better idea. You arrive right outside the theater as you see, what's it called? As you see Lucretia just kind of slithering out of the theater. Fred wrapped around his hands. They got a big bowl. They got a a big bowl of popcorn and possibly finishing a pair of mugs of ale as they come out. And Lucretia is just kind of like half slithered around Fred as Yuzjin and Gothy reappear. Oh my god, wasn't that fun? I really liked it
I,
when the spoiler and the spoiler and the other spoiler happened. Oh my god, it
I,
was such a great spoiler. Can't believe the
I like
main villain turned out to be spoiler.
I like that thing with that guy and that thing. That
Yeah,
was my
like
favorite.
when they did the thing and they all moved together and they rode that guy out of the prison. It was great. That was my favorite part.
A date or something, as she waggles her eyebrows.
We went to go see a play, thank you very much. It was called Honor Among Thieves. They're
Sounds
performing it all
awesome.
day.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. I've wanted to go see it myself.
Oh, go
Yeah,
inside. Tickets are only a gold.
Ah, man. I mean, I don't have time. Goth and I were hanging out, but we've still got a
Oh, were
few
you
things
guys
to.
dating too? I had no idea.
I am a married woman, thank you.
That didn't ever stop the woman before in my time.
Ugh.
Man, uh, really, really different back then, huh?
I
Seems
mean,
like it.
I like to think that I come from the domain of lust, honey. Marriage was more of a vague promise back then.
Oh wait, you're from Lust? That's interesting. Do you know anyone by the name of
Well, I worked for Karzug, but I was originally born in Sorshin's domain. Yes.
Oh, where is it? Maru? Have you heard of that name?
Meru? Oh, you mean that
Myru.
bitch from the Runeforge?
Yes.
And
I never met her outside the Runeforge, no.
yeah,
Uh,
Gothy starts gagging.
she's
I take it wasn't a pleasant experience.
Then she holds up her fingers, continues to gag, and shakes her head.
Sorshin's domain is an acquired taste, I'll tell you that. I couldn't find a clothing shop for miles.
I imagine there'd be quite a lot. Wouldn't they need it?
Not really. It was down south. Sorshin's domain was right on top of where, where modern day Cheliax is. It was quite temperate. I only really needed to wear clothing during the wintertime.
Oh. Is that a normal Lamia thing? Do they wear clothing? Because I don't think I've ever seen a Lamia that wears clothing.
Not usually. No, never really found something that fits me.
Shapeshifter, anything can fit you.
Yes, but why would
Anything.
I want to?
She like throws her hands up in the air. I don't fucking know.
It's called, she shapeshifts back into her human form. I mean, if you really want me to. People say it like walking around nude is somehow weird.
Yeah, totally normal.
She
Anywho,
opens her mouth, puts her finger up, and then she stops herself and closes her mouth again.
how was your date? How did it go?
We were just chilling in the library for a while. We talked to Emily. Oh, Fred, you know that crazy robes that we found?
Oh yeah, what about him?
Turns out she can bleach them and make them white, so that's pretty sick.
At the
You know,
slight
wonders
cost of 50,000 gold.
He won't mention that.
the wonders of modern chemicals can do with clothing. So that's definitely something.
Right. I bet we'll never invent anything more strong than that.
Probably not.
Anywho,
Yeah.
what does party do?
Mm.
So you guys found a library.
Oh yeah, we went back to Jorgenfist to look through all the books there. Got some pretty interesting stuff. I'll tell you about it later when you're done with Lucretia.
I mean, I'm willing to let Fred go if you need to talk about important stuff. I just wanted him to let off a little bit of steam.
I mean, today's our vacation day, so it's not a big deal.
Wait, we're on vacation at the moment? Why the fuck did we go to the library?
You tell me.
Ah, fuck.
I mean, if you guys just want to say the party relaxes for the rest of the day, you can do that.
I did have one question for Beth.
Beth is currently outside the city.
Oh shit, you're right. All right, whatever. I'll assume and
Do you
hope
have
that
sending
works.
prepared?
I will look.
Alternatively, you can just run off towards the front gate.
I mean, we
Is
can.
she just at the front gate?
You guys let her go like 3 hours ago, so she's probably like a few hours out of the town.
Cool. Sending.
Alright.
He's gonna sending her and say, "Hey, I'm gonna write this down. Hold on."
You got 25 words.
Use them wisely, pal.
What do Fred and Gothy do?
Oh.
Feels weird when you guys don't have any immediate threats.
You know, I'm feeling a weird sense of calm right now, Goffy.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel a little. What was the word I'm looking for?
Not
Relax.
stressed.
Maybe. No, no, Henri. No, that's not it. Jitters. What word am I looking for? Impatient.
Anxious?
What word am I looking for? Anxious? No, not anxious. I mean, getting around there. She wants to do something, so she's kind of standing there, like tapping her feet.
Bored? Bored?
No.
Anticipating?
No. Since it's always been go for a while, so.
Yeah, it's. I can't think of the word either.
On edge? I think that's the closest I'm gonna get. On edge.
Yeah, on edge. Yeah.
Right. Where was I going with this?
Like
I don't
we're
remember.
we're not getting like fucking nuked by some evil wizard.
What was I
Wait,
saying before I tried to describe what she was doing? I don't remember.
tapping her foot, you said.
No, before that.
Alright, Yuzjin, that is the response you get back.
Also, hi, Neji.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, Neji.
Oh, it is 7.
It's almost 8, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful. Let me warp you guys back to... Alright, so, Neji, you are here. Wonderful. Let me explain what's going on. You come to after taking a very long nap and you find yourself in a city called Magnamar. Have you been here before?
We didn't we just arrive here when we finished lesson last time?
Yeah, so you have been in Magnamar for a few hours doing stuff. The party is outside of a play. The party is outside of a local theater, and they are standing around and talking.
Oh, okay, that's it.
That is all you can see. Gothy appears to be alive. Yuzjin is in the middle of casting a sending spell, and Fred is wondering out loud as to what you guys should be doing.
Question mark over his head.
Because, well, I can answer that question, but it's depending if you guys want to ask me.
Alright. So, we're gonna go room forge some weapons, aren't we? Or
Maybe we should just, relax for a little bit.
like for one day, and then we're going back to that fucking very fun educational place we call the Rune Forge. Also,
Fun?
I
Okay, whatever.
I have quote unquote big quotes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Reinforce.
Alright.
I mean, you guys don't have to go back to the Rune Forge if you don't want to.
nah, it's kind of a very big apartment right now.
Well, even when we're outside the Ruin Forge, Karzug is still messing with us, so we might as well deal with him as fast as possible.
Oh, right, that. Kathy's gonna look through her stuff to see how much of her stuff has a freaking Sihedrine ruin on it.
Not
Because
Oh, yeah.
she
anymore.
wants this. Because she wants to either paint over or grind it off and stuff. Because she's not dealing with that.
You're
Yeah.
not being possessed by Karzug, so you don't have any Sihedrian stuff on you anymore.
No, on her stuff, on her
Oh,
weapons, or
I don't see why there would be Sihedrians on your weapons.
okay, just making sure. Because
That said,
I mean, if you
can I-
want to draw Sihedrians on your weapons, you can.
oh fuck no.
You can drop any
Gothy
dog.
has an incredible idea. Can I do that with a lot of like the magic stuff I've been looting? Can I just like grind the Hydrian off of it?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. We'll spend the rest of the day doing that then.
Would that affect it?
That would probably affect the market value, though.
I mean, it's not like he can leave it that way though.
You gotta grind that necklace?
Are you
Uh,
guys seriously not sure what you want to do right now?
I mean,
I
I
do
still
not-
want to try and find like something to help Lucretia block any influence. Any possible influence in the future.
So is that a yes? You guys want to try and reforge a Runeforge weapon?
yes.
All right, what do you
yeah.
guys do?
Still no one can hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're still gonna ignore what I just said. Okay.
You wanna get a thing for Lucretia so it blocks out Karzug's influence, right?
Hopefully block, yes.
That's what a Runeforge Bane weapon is. It blocks off like any
Oh,
it's
I
gonna-
thought it would be like kind of like what you have, Fred, like with the nanites and with
yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
alright.
I don't think it's super simple kind of thing to do, because even when I was a plant, which they are immune to mind affecting attacks, I was still mindly affected.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you guys slept in Magnamar. Oh yeah, Neji, reset all your stuff. You've slept in Magnamar now. Karzug did not possess you guys while you were in Magnamar.
What is he doing right now? What do you guys think he's doing?
He's
Possibly watching us, trying maybe being very entertaining.
I think he's
naughty things.
naughty things.
Well, currently he's finishing off the glass of his last of water and opening up a bottle of Coke, and also adjusting his Twitch settings.
See,
Sounds like some kind of
Master of Dungeons.
online master of dungeon who is a part-time employee at a restaurant.
What does party do?
Hmm.
All right. You right, Guffy?
Fine. Just been a bad week, so I'm just kind of miffed at the moment.
All right. All right.
All right, what
All
does
right.
party do?
Hey, Ishin, what did Beth say about the question you wanted to ask?
He is still BRB, I believe.
Okay. So I'd say we should probably rip off the band-aids and Runeforge weapon. We have the components, so it's better, better have something to protect us than not. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
guess. What are we gonna use?
Well, Fred's gonna get a napkin, and then you take out the fucking vibrator thing.
What did I just come back to?
You see Fred pulling out Meru's vibrator.
Yeah,
What is that one for,
I
Fred?
thought it was a butt plug.
It's a Runeforge component. It can be whatever you want in your mind.
Butt plug.
Okay, it's well. Did I accidentally turn on the button thing like by
Okay.
accident?
What do you guys do?
Okay. All right, Yushin, what did Beth say about what you want to ask her?
Once we Runeforge it, there's no going back.
Okay.
And if we wanted to swap enchantments, we can't. So we're kind of locked in.
Okay.
So like stuff like my gun, we don't want to do that willy nilly until we know what we're putting on it.
Okay. So we're gonna probably rune enchant my sword, right? Red pulls out his great sword.
Yeah, I'd say we enchant your main sword with anti-Karzog
Yeah.
because you're the one
Yeah.
that's gonna get the most of it.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, true.
And okay, so sword, a me sword. Yushin, what do you think you want to enchant?
Me?
Yeah.
When we get around to it, probably my gun, and then depending on how that affects the metal, like the book would be a good idea.
I mean,
But if it damages pages, I don't really want to do that.
okay. What about you, Guppy?
God, what does that thing do? Oh, right, there's a specific. I mean, I guess it depends on what happens afterwards. Because if it like cancels out certain magical properties, I don't know if it like cancels magical properties or stuff.
It makes sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Neji, what about you? What kind of weapon do you think you want to enchant?
Only weapon I own is my scimitar.
And do you really ever use it?
I have not once used it, and you guys do not even know I have it.
I guess
Actually,
till
no,
now.
that's not true. You pulled out your scimitar and put it in the pool.
True.
Yeah.
That's when they were surprised, like, what the fuck, Neji? What? Since when have you had a sword?
Yeah, you don't use weapons too often, do you? You just use your fucking
I
animal
mean,
ability.
you're welcome to stick your hands in the Runeforge. That might work, but also might be incredibly dangerous.
Are we fucking
What
babies?
we could probably do is take like hand wraps and then
That's
just dip them
smart.
in. Because
Don't
if
I?
I remember correctly, you can just straight up enchant hand wraps to be basically be the equivalent of an enchanted weapon on your hands.
Ain't
Hmm.
nothing stopping you from buying bear-sized brass knuckles as well.
Would
That is
they?
also true.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he already has a warhammer. We'd have to find a way to get their true benefit from them for me, if they would maintain their strength as I transform from creature to creature.
Oh, also,
Maybe
uh,
medallion?
I know that's possible as my chest plate has that feature.
Maybe that works.
I
air
don't know how
armor.
much that will cost.
Yeah, true.
I know Lasagna has some light armor on him, I'm pretty sure.
And a warhammer.
Yeah, Runeforging is a weapon thing specifically. It's not an armor thing.
Oh, I just figured I'd bring it up because it might be a good idea to get lasagna protection.
He currently has a masterwork chain shirt, and that's it.
If only you
I mean,
guys had a bunch of loot to sell to get better equipment. Oh, wait.
I think it'd be funny to have him in full plate.
Hey, Yuzjin, what happened to all that money you got?
I
You did
hate
sell
it,
all the loot, right?
unfortunately. Well, trade off.
What did I spend my platinum on? Was it to revive Gothi?
No,
No. Caius spent all his money to revive Gothe, at which point he then told everyone to fuck off because he wanted to leave the campaign.
What did I spent all my platinum on something last session? I can't remember what.
did you? I don't think you did. I could be wrong, but I don't think you did.
I do not
'Cause
remember you spending money last session.
But
Okay.
anyway.
What does party do?
All right, so Runeforge, we're going back, or what?
I'd say we take a breather for a little
Right.
longer.
Okay,
It might be wise.
all right. Vacation day, I guess, and then I guess bright in the morning we're going to do some DIYing. I guess
What about whatever happened to that person? I do not recall their name as I had just met them that day. When we first arrived in that, was it a blacksmith shop or a magic shop of some kind? And there was some person who was a clone of someone, and they were asking us if we would help them go to a different dimension and get some kind of ancient titan or something. My
Yeah.
memory is short on this.
We wanted to get around to that, but we have to deal with the demigod first.
Perhaps we could get something that could kill him in there.
That
we can
is actually an incredibly valid point.
maybe we can get a pipe bomb to send them in the mail. Okay. That was kind of dark.
Oh, honestly, I was just thinking about what Neji said.
Okay.
Alright. You know what? I'll just say this because I've been dancing around the bush at this. I'll tell you guys this straight up. You guys should probably be like level 15, level 16 zone before you guys start headed off to Zinchalast. You guys can head
Okay.
there
Level
right
15.
now if you want and continue following the clues to try and find Zinchalast. I have all that prepared. But as you just learned, there's some fucking high level shit over there. That is end of campaign. Is you guys going to Zinchalast? So you can go now,
Oh.
but
Ah.
you guys probably want a bit more in the money and magic items and XP department before you do that.
All right, so
I'm
we're
not
saying
going to
we
stop
should.
you guys from
Okay.
going to Zinchalast right now if you want, but you guys can explore the Runeforge. You guys can go to Eberron. You guys have other stuff you can do, but this is the part of the game where you guys might want to consider level grinding.
It's
Okay.
grinding time. Hell
Right.
yeah.
Neji will say, as much as that sounds like a good possibility, it's probably in our best efforts, one, to save the world, and two, to not just drop tasks and hop to another. I only brought it up in the first place because I worry that just sitting around is not the best use of our time.
You
I
know what?
suppose, but at the
Yeah,
same time, I really don't know if we've reached that point that we could survive that. I don't know.
Twitch chat says they support the pipe bomb idea.
I'm hearing a voice in the back of my head. It's telling me we need to go into that portal.
Okay. So I'll character question. You're just suggesting we should grind our asses.
I'm not saying you guys can't go to Zinchalast now. However, Zinchalast is end of campaign.
Okay.
That's where
But-
Karzook is. I'll tell you that right up. So if you guys
But
want to
there-
go to Zinchalast right now, you can, but you're also only level 14. And that's powerful, but you're fighting a god.
We're level 15.
15.
15. You guys are
15.
15
We're level
right now?
15.
Did I give you guys 15?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, do you not remember your big
I'm-
speech? You're like, guys, this is a big honor. I've never had a party get to this level. You're officially level
Ah, shit.
15.
Alright, I forgot about that. Well, then yeah, if you guys want to go running off to Zinchalast, you're more than welcome to.
I mean,
Ah.
I guess it wouldn't be a terrible idea if we now it would be the time to finish our side quests, I guess, if that makes
There
sense.
you go. That's your
Yeah.
answer right there.
Yeah.
And since we're here, I'm 100% down to go to Eberron.
You don't have to go to
Yeah,
Eberron if you don't want to, though.
Believe me. I
My
would love to.
priorities are on Karzug. I only brought this up as a possibility because I truly think just sitting and having a chill day is not a good idea. We have so much on hand. Having a rest day is not in our wishes.
But currently, you're just standing around and talking, so.
Which is why I suggest we go do something.
Okay.
I do not care what it is. I have this desire to be productive.
Fair enough. Okay. So we should kind of get more gear and get more good at what we're gonna do. So maybe I think we should secure a rune for at least one rune forge weapon before we do any like grinding and shit. You know what I mean?
All right. Another thing we should also question is what is our financial situation looking like? What how
Okay.
much what can we obtain to help us in this fight? As with of course, Runeforge is also number one on that list, but peripherals are also pretty important.
Financial situation, yeah. Let's go turn to Houston, I guess.
Howdy.
Uh, so I'm okay. Oh boy.
Bet all
I'm
that loot you
wondering.
were selling.
Yeah, Houston. I'm assuming. I know you are a good. What's the word for it? I know you're good at selling shit. What did you get us? How much money did you get us, or anything? Like,
Hold on. I think I'm getting a sending spell. Give me a minute.
yeah, it's-
I mean, if you
yeah.
guys just want a level 15 one-shot, I'll probably pull that out as well. If you guys don't want to explore the rest of the Runeforge.
I
Um,
mean, I'd
Ooh,
like to get
another
all
good
of our
point.
loose ends tied up before we kill God, but
The
Yeah.
Runeforge, exploring the rest of the Runeforge is also a good thing.
I don't want to force you guys to go down that road if you don't want to, though.
I want more loot. I want more magic items. I want more power.
You guys do have a few side quests worth investigating if you wish to.
Yeah, we got.
I don't think any particular choice is bad, particularly because what's the word? Because anywhere we're bound to go, as long as there's adventure, there's experiences and loot, especially when we're going to alternate dimensions and all sorts of stuff like demiplanes, whatever. Generally, anywhere we go, I don't think is going to be a bad choice, as long as we get to Zinchalast at the end of the day.
Okay, yeah. Under the time limit.
Right.
Huh. All right.
Because
Yeah.
right now, coming back
My
to Forge again, like if we don't want to, I mean we should, but
It was should.
I
there's
vote
a
we go
whole
back to the
variety of things
Runeforge.
we need to do.
I vote we go back to the Runeforge, whether that means forging a weapon first or doing exploring or doing exploring first and then forging a weapon. I do not care. I think that is where we should be and that's where our priorities should lie. Whether it's looting, forging, or going after Karzug right now. If anyone
Yeah.
has any proposition, any other ideas, I'm completely open to ideas.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a bit partial to specifically Eberron, particularly for a couple reasons, but mostly because uh, Emily and Emily are apparently risking their lives over on that side actively. So it's a bit of a bias, but that's just my reasoning.
But yeah, like 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 as you said, might be some things there to help us, get an upper hand, So
Absolutely.
yeah, okay,
All right.
all right, okay. So
I am completely with your bias, Yushin. Not personally, but I understand the feeling, and because of that, I've changed my vote to Everon.
He'll smile at you and say, "Thank you."
okay, okay. What do you think, Gothy? Gothy?
I'm here. Just
What happened?
no, my mind's just molasses at the moment. Just angry molasses.
If you need us to slow down, we can.
No, again, it's not you guys. It's just
Work.
this entire week. Yeah,
You want to
Alright.
call
work.
it here?
Yeah, I think I need to be in a better headspace for this decision, probably.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm.
We could
Alright.
do like some random one shot, or we could just go talk to people, or we can just call it. I'm happy with anything. I'm
What does
perfectly
yeah.
Marty
happy
do?
with that.
Me too.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. Let's do at least one weapon rune forge and get that out of the way, so we at least have some sort of insurance
All
before
right.
anything.
I want to go back to the forge and forge something.
Yeah, just like at least have
That's a
something.
good idea. I say
Yeah.
I guess game plan is go back to Runeforge, see what this does to Fred's sword. Maybe some casual exploration,
And then
and
maybe
then
Emperor.
we figure out the plan from there.
I think that's a great plan.
Okay.
And maybe we'll just discuss this between sessions.
All right, guys.
Are we
Yeah.
calling it here, or are you guys teleporting?
Teleporting.
All right,
After
Teleporting.
cool.
our
Who's
rest, I
casting
guess.
teleport?
Yeah, after our rest, because it's
All
definitely
right,
not me.
All right, cool. Party takes another full rest. Reprepare
Yeah,
your
we-
spells.
He's,
Still the same.
Yeah. I don't think I've really used any spells for a while now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only problem with like classing only a couple levels into Magus, because
Yeah.
your casting is way behind until you take like 10 more levels.
Yeah, I know. I'm in kindergarten, not in fucking university. When it comes to the
Magic card, yay! That actually
Yeah.
sounds kind of badass.
Thank you, Neji.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Hold on. Send my just the same spells.
I mean, you can swap them out, Fred, if you want.
I just
I have a whole.
I'm
You probably between this McMurdian spellbook and all the random spellbooks, I have pretty much every first level spell with exceptions.
I'm just lazy, man. I'm just really lazy. I'm not put it out there. I can be lazy, but yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just don't worry. Just we got some things handy now.
Right.
But thanks. We actually have like every spell book and every spell in the game now, technically.
Not
speaking?
quite every spell in the game, but you guys are pretty close.
Right.
You have
Alright.
every spell in your spell book, you have every spell in Yuzhin's spell book, and you have all the spells in all of the other spell books you found.
Which is
Okay.
a lot, and every
Good spell.
every Magus illusion spell, that's for sure.
Yeah, you do have
I'll-
every illusion spell in the game.
I like illusion. It's pretty cool.
And as you guys, go to bed, nothing disturbs you, obviously, other than maybe your hordes of fanboys. Though one particular fan is able to make their way through the inn that you guys are just not even. Honestly, at this point, they're probably paying you to stay at the inn at this point.
How much should they
just
pay
'cause
us?
I mean, like a gold each.
Sweet, adding it to my sheet.
Cool,
Yeah,
awesome.
Taking
Just because
that.
you guys are just so famous at this point. But
very-
one particular person makes their way through the hordes and hordes of people shouting your name and possibly throwing flowers and gifts in your direction. And it is a particular woman holding a a immaculately tailored white robe with the word Yuzjin written on the outside.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I didn't realize you'd push for the crowds. I figured I'd just pick it up tomorrow. Thank you.
Well, it is tomorrow now
Oh,
because you're
Yes.
sleeping.
I didn't realize. I thought this was. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it.
All right. She unzips it, and you are going to see an immaculately tailored, bright white robe. It is inlaid with gold. It has interior sleeves that are made of like red velvet. As you put this robe on, it is like wearing full body pajamas. It has been enchanted for maximum smoothness.
Is it just footy pajamas? It's like really just
Like,
big.
and even if this was not like a whole bunch of incredibly powerful gameplay buffs. This itself was. This is the most beautiful and most comfy armor you have ever worn. And it almost levitates around you as you wear it.
Damn.
This is crazy.
This is a set of white robes of the Archmagi. And I'm assuming you are donating this immediately.
The absolutely.
Alright, cool. This is what it does. Yuzin finally has some fucking spell resistance of his own.
I
As he wears
can't
robes that
do
are
it.
probably worth more than the building he is sleeping in. Like fivefold. Pleasure doing business with you.
Business. Yushin, did you give her money?
I did.
Oh, okay.
She is,
Yuzin paid enough for me to open at least 5 more stores with the amount that he's paid for these robes.
I missed that part. I missed the money. I thought this was some kind of soul payment that he didn't realize he was getting into.
Oh no. We're buddies, so I don't think she'd steal my soul anytime soon.
As long as you're the Yuzin from Galarian, absolutely not.
You're right. I'm sorry. I promise we'll get around to that soon.
Thank you. She casts Dimension Door and leaves.
What a beautiful morning.
What a beautiful
Right.
morning indeed.
What were we doing? Yes. Let's
Room
teleport.
4. Yeah, room 4.
Alright, who is
He-
being the Uber driver today?
I don't think any of us can cast teleport but Yushin.
Oh, I mean, got
he
to.
can. He can
I
cast Spirit
cannot.
Teleport though, which is 100% no chance of death. He grabs you guys all in a hug, and the crowd sees us all dissolve into blue threads rising into the sky as we reform right where we're meant to be.
In the ice cave or directly inside the rune forge itself?
Can I do that?
With greater teleport? I'm pretty sure you can go across dimensions with greater teleport. I
Really?
might be thinking plane shift though.
Plane shift is what I thought. Let me see.
Nope, can't do cross dimensions with teleport. But you
Sorry
can
about
arrive back in the ice cave.
But I got. Okay.
Beth is no longer there, and I guess Lasagna's just kind of been chilling here because no one's mentioned him. He's
I
just
thought
been sitting in
I
the
thought
ice.
someone did.
I thought we did.
Oh, did you guys teleport Lasagna?
Yeah, we
I
did.
really don't remember. It sounds unlike us to forget him, but
I wasn't there.
he wasn't. I thought no one really
No
No
mentioned
one
his
mentioned.
name.
So,
But I feel
don't
like
remember.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's just say we brought him just so we don't feel bad.
there you go.
Uh,
Alright, you guys arrive yourself back in the rune forge, or back in the ice cave outside of the rune forge. There is no humming portal.
Hey Vass, how are you doing?
Vass is currently taking a really long piss in the corner right now.
He's
Enjoy your
buzzing over
piss,
there.
Vass.
Just kind of paused in time.
Yeah,
Also,
he's
hey
in
guys,
he's
where's
in
the
Twitch
portal?
chat right now. Yeah, also there's
I
no
think-
portal right now.
I think
you
we
see,
just need to redo what we did before and it will open. That's at least my assumption.
yeah, I got it. You see, Fred get like a comically big keychain, a key ring, start like putting all the keys back in where they were,
Alright,
like turning them, obviously.
alright, Vass says he's just counting gold in the corner. You guys, Fred pulls out his keys, puts them in all the correct places. You turn all the keys again. Big humming noise. Portal to the rune forge flashes open for the second time this millennium.
All right, you see. All right.
Does opening the portal this many times take a toll on the universe?
Maybe.
Probably. And he hops in the portal.
Hey, what we've been doing has been taking a toll on the fucking universe. So I feel like it's one sturdy universe if it's been lasted this long. You know what I mean?
I mean, or it's about to collapse again. Really 50-50.
I mean,
But Before
I'm
Neji
gonna-
hops in the portal, he yells to Lasagna, "Get your ass in here, boy!"
Okay.
Does
Right.
does lasagna still have like 15 negative levels?
No.
No, you guys cured those.
Oh, we did. Nice.
You guys head yourself back into the Rune Forge, and once again, you see a giant, rotting, blue-eyed white dragon.
Is the
Either-
map
you
like
can
super
aid this
pixelated for
place.
anyone else? No, it's just me. It's just me.
What did
Hey,
you say, Neji?
what was it, Guppy?
Oh, there we go.
Isn't this place where you can't age and stuff? So wouldn't it just be a regular?
Yeah, it's just it wouldn't be rotting. It's just a giant, regular dragon corpse just chilling here.
Nice
Yeah.
and fresh.
We
Nice and
should
fresh.
probably sell that. That's probably worth a lot.
That's true. He walks over to the corpse. Can they? Is there like scales or something I can salvage from this?
Absolutely.
We already salvaged his shoes. Why not his scales?
You want to spend
Yeah, it's-
several hours descaling this dragon?
Yes.
I
Alright.
will support Yujin and tell Lasagna to do the same.
Alright, cool. Gothy Fred, what are you guys doing?
Guppy, will you be my spotter?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, if I fucking start throwing up, just pull me out, okay?
You're actually going in into
Not
the
going-
fountain.
I'm not going in. I'm just saying, like, if I touch this shit, it's gonna fucking fuck with the brain, you know?
Wasn't that the other one?
But oh yeah. But then Neji threw up like last time he tried to enchant his dagger.
Scimitar!
Scimitar, yeah, scimitar.
As Fred approaches the pool, he feels the glass in his pocket, as well as the butt plug he took from Meru glowing brightly and seeming to buzz with energy.
All right.
Buzz,
Are you
buzz.
sure it's not? Are you sure you didn't accidentally turn on the other one?
But which one?
The butt plug.
Oh, oh fuck no. I don't think I did. All right. Okay. Your friend's gonna get a napkin or his handkerchief and just like grab it with that.
Alright,
Then-
what do you do with this?
All right. I'm gonna make myself some soup. So he's gonna put the thing in a huge chunk of glass shards in it.
You drop the vibrator into the what's it called? Into the pool. It immediately begins reacting with the pool. It dissolves into liquid enchantment magic as it does so, and the pool begins glowing a bright pink.
All right. You see, Fred's gonna dip his iconic lightning greatsword in it.
Before or after you put the glass shards in?
Like,
Didn't he already do that?
yeah, yeah.
The order of operations is incredibly important here, so that's why I'm trying to make sure.
He's gonna put the glass shards in.
Alright, so you put the glass shards in after the enchantment component. The illusion and the enchantment component immediately begin to react with each other. There's a glow of yellow and pink magic. You feel, as you're doing this, you're holding your sword above the, you're holding your sword above the pool. The sword almost feels drawn into the lightning and pink around the pool. And you yourself, you look into the pool, and you're gonna see, as you're lowering your sword to the pool, you see a Fred inside the pool, but he looks much more domineering. He looks much more commanding. You see the Fred that's in the pool. He is wearing bright golden armor. He has a giant cape. Behind him are an army of soldiers. He is a man of glory, a man who has no need, who is a man to show his wealth, and he is a man who clearly owns an entire village. Do you continue to lower your sword into the pool to infuse it with the magic you have given it?
Yes.
Alrighty. You take your sword, you drop it into the pool. The pool glows with magical energy. And what would this do? So the wisps of energy writhe out of the pool. They begin caressing. Hold on. The pool cells glow. Energy out of the pool to caress. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. Hold on.
You have to roll a save.
No, actually, something different is happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me go
This
grab.
makes me nervous.
Hold on. Oh no,
What?
Gothy sheets on roll 20.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's enough. Cool.
Huh.
There is a bright
What?
golden flash of energy, and every single weapon owned by both Fred and Gothy immediately begins glowing golden with white as wisps of energy rise up around the pool and begin caressing all over every single weapon Fred owns and every single weapon Gothy owns.
Oh,
Fred's
Okay.
sword in particular begins glowing with energy, and every single weapon both of you guys own is now immediately glowing brightly as several Thessalonian runes begin to etch themselves onto your weapon, permanently marking every single one of your weapons as runeforged, ending with the Sihedrian.
wait, ending with
So-
a stage?
The
Or-
Sihedrian
Yeah,
at the
she goes,
bottom of
"Oh!"
the weapon.
Oh,
She goes,
Uh,
"Oh my fucking god, this is really fucking fucking hell."
This
jeez.
extends to every single weapon both of you own, which I think actually includes your mouth, because don't you have a bite weapon right now, Gotham?
Yes, I
So
do.
your mouth is now covered in Sihedrians.
I think she has like a thing where you when you show your inner lip?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like in like a Black Panther.
Alright, so
Yeah.
is any weapon either of you own non-magical?
I got. Isn't that masterwork? One. No, that's good. I think 4.
Alright, they're
Well,
all
bite.
+1 weapons now,
Ooh.
Okay.
as well as becoming runeforged.
You got +1 teeth.
You have
What
+1
about
teeth, yes.
what about my arm gun?
Also now a +1 weapon as well.
I like to think it has ivory gravings instead of like Sahedrian
Yeah.
Reuben.
Every single weapon the two of you own is now is now a +1, and it's also runeforged, which means it has a bunch of other properties as well.
Great.
Where do I?
However, as you runeforge these weapons, from deep within the runeforge, there is a grumble, and with a sudden explosion of water, a beam of golden light bursts out of the pool as you runeforge directly north to the giant statue of Karzug. Immediately, the stone golem begins to animate. The
Oh.
stone golem roars in defiance as it stares down at you, the voice the same you have been hearing throughout this adventure. I cannot help be inspired by your optimism, but your weapons will never reach Sin-Shalast. Your fate is death here in the Runeforge. Initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck. And no, yeah, I'm still not in a good headspace.
Gonna be one of those days, huh?
We can call session here.
This seems like a good place to call session if you'd like.
Cool, great,
okay.
fantastic.
I'm gonna keep that 25 though. That's pretty good.
Alright.
Oh right. No, I need to
I'll
put
just say in
where.
chat. Just write underneath Yushin that you're gonna keep that initiative.
Alright, cool.
Assuming DM's okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry you're not feeling super
Where do
well,
I put it?
Gothy. All good. We'll call it
Yeah.
here.
Oh wait, does that mean it is enchanted? What?
Okay, do you need help applying the enchantment to all your weapons?
Yeah, trying to figure out which ones are actually.
Alright, so your you have a regular scimitar, yes?
Yes.
That's now a +1 scimitar.
Okay, where?
You know what? I'll do it for you.
All right.
So
Right.
Uh,
Scimitar, the cold steel one as well.
Hold on, I'll do it. Don't worry.
All right.
So, question. Uh, what are the properties of a Runeforge weapon?
Quite a lot. We'll get to them.
So I'm guessing it's
There's quite a few properties of them. Yeah. So this. Oh, this is also a +2 weapon. Okay. Do. I'm just updating Gothy's sheet. So it has a whole bunch of properties. The main thing you should worry about is that it makes all of your non-magical weapons +1.
okay.
Okay.
It has other properties as well, obviously.
Yeah, good thing we got the Runeforge weapons. Fight this guy.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I went. I think it happened because we made the because we went first the weapons.
We
Right.
should have all been there. You know,
And
scales
just
take
to make sure,
priority.
all of those weapons are now covered in Zahedrians, right?
Yep.
Oh
As
come
well
on!
as
Really?
other.
Okay.
Whoopsie, didn't mean to press that.
Other things. Right?
And every single weapon is now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so all of your weapons are now +1 if they weren't before, and they're also Runeforged, which gives them other powers.
Like, basically being raid for Karzug.
We'll get to
Yes.
those powers as they are revealed.
That's assuming you guys don't die before then,
Also a possibility.
because that's gonna
Also,
be permanent.
I get if you can't answer this question now, or we'll just go as it comes. But like, since bite gets like a bonus, would that mean all like abilities I can turn of the creatures I can turn into get a plus?
Maybe. You weren't close enough to the burst though.
I know, but like, yeah, I was just curious if that's what would happen.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm just making note on all your weapons. They are now marked as Runeforged.
Alright.
So just the power's not a guarantee.
But we will resolve this conversation come next week.
Alrighty.
And yeah,
Okay.
Vastriel, don't worry.
Right.
If you want to roll an initiative for next week, feel free to, but we're calling session here. Hope you all had fun, and TTYL.
Yes.
Hmm.
been a while.
Yep. Bye.